This is what she wrote, but she didn't want to cry, so I'm going to read it for her. So and I'll try not to cry. All right. If y'all don't know, this is my mama. Okay. Dee, Mahan, Groom, and I'm her daughter Deborah. And I got 4 brothers here and a bunch of other people. So this is what she wrote. This is the day the Lord hath made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I want to say thank you to my family for being here today and all that you do for me. I'm blessed to be a member of this church since 1957. My husband Dale and I joined at the old church, which still had wood plank benches. Fred and Annie Rogers, devoted members, visit us every Monday to try to get us to come to church. They lived behind the church where the apartments are now. The building was so old, Dale and I were poor as church mice, and we cleaned the church building so that they didn't have to pay somebody. There was no nursery, so we pulled the benches together and put a quilt on the floor for our babies to sleep on while we cleaned. Several years later, when they decided to build a new church building, Dale and I owned some property, which we still had a note that we were paying on, and the man who held the note told us not to sell the property because someday it would be worth a lot of money. But the Lord led us to sell it, and we knew that we would receive many more blessings. We sold the property that the church sits on now for $1,000. I can say that we did indeed receive many more blessings. All five, just like that song said, all 5 of our children came to know Jesus and were baptized in this building, plus many friends and relatives. Brother Shockey was the first pastor we served under. Richard Dyer led the RAs for boys, which had a great influence on our 4 sons. There have been many amazing pastors, music leaders, and youth directors over the years who have influenced my life, that of my family, and this church. I would like to take a minute to call out a couple of longtime members that we recently lost. Jeanette Doss, who is a beautiful pianist and lived right down the road, and Marge Denning, who did all kinds of office work and child care here, I know. But she knows that they are both in heaven waiting for her. Just my side note, Marge, I was in the little preschool rooms with her many years. Okay, so Mom says, I love this small town church. I pray that people in this community will come to learn what a delight it is, and that we continue to lead people to Jesus, and this church can stand for another 100 years. She says, getting old is not for sissies. Amen. But I'm blessed to be around. My message to you is to prepare for your old age, but more importantly, prepare to meet Jesus. I did that 70 years ago at a revival under a brush arbor in Colleen, Texas. And if you don't know what a brush arbor is, you can ask her. And we'll close with this. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you and bring you peace. I'm going to read one more thing. I know there's a few of you back there that remember Jay Thompson. He was a music leader and youth director when I was in junior high and early high school. And he put something on the Facebook page to share. So this is from, his full name was James Walker Thompson, and his wife Donna. They were in one of the pictures just a minute ago. So he says, I was the youth and music pastor from 1975 to 1980. I've been pastoring in South Carolina since then. Please send my love and regards to those who still might remember me. The Sims family, the Chapels, the Mahans, the Dennings, and a few others from the choir and youth group. You are dearly loved. Sorry that Donna and I could not be with you for this special moment. Jay and Donna Thompson.